so 5 minutes or less. What's the success factors for the iPad space?
I guess, I mean, just one thing that I've used with the iPhone that's worked out pretty well is don't try to cram too much, and it'll be interesting to see how this applies to an iPad app because you have more space. But I mean, most of the most successful apps that I've seen have done one thing and done one thing really well, and I think that is particularly important on the iPhone because of its constrained resources. On the iPad, I don't know if that is the case, but my gut is that at least in the beginning it will be. I've seen a lot of people taking this bigger device and just being like, oh, we can add 3 iPhone apps in here and it'll be better, and that's rarely interesting from my perspective.
Yeah, I mean, having been in the mobile space a while and developed apps for a long time, I totally agree. You know, the user experience is paramount. It has to be really, really simple. I definitely think sort of single purpose apps are more likely to be successful. But also, I think, you know, going back to what Brett was saying, I mean, you need to think to have success. I mean, success isn't just downloads. I mean, that's one metric for success, and you need to think hard about how you're going to market and distribute the app. It's no longer valid to think that you can just launch it and expect world love. It's not going to happen. So you need to think very carefully about a multi-pronged, very conscious marketing strategy. You know, that could include partnering with a large known brand or deploying ad network dollars, which hasn't been that effective for me, but I know it has been for others. You know, using people to help you with your like if it's strategic to Apple, you could actually go and meet with them and try to build your brand within Apple. I've done that very successfully. So there's a bunch of things there that are very important. Without a distribution strategy, I'd say don't even do it.
And I'll second that. So product, it's sort of single purpose usability, and if marketing, it's distribution. I think one of the things is that people sort of got lazy with this idea that, oh my God, it's an app store, Apple will sell this for me, instead of thinking of it like any, you know, a website that you'd have to market and you'd have to find out who your customers are and then, you know, market to them. That's sort of the Occam's razor that I use when talking to people. If they don't have an actual marketing strategy, I won't invest in it. And a lot of apps in general, actually, I just wouldn't invest in, even if it's a good idea, because there's no clear marketing strategy. A good example is this company, GoMiso, which is it's like Foursquare for TV, and they have a great marketing strategy, right? Because if they do content deals with networks or television shows, right, and they get those, you know, pumping their app, then they're going to do, you know, they'll do great. So that's an app with a marketing strategy. So, seconded.
Yeah, I mean, we'll let you guys go, and then if there's any more time.
So
Yeah.
we're happening amongst the app deployers here. We're really new to it, and I think that, you know, I think we expected it, but it's different. You know, what makes a website successful is, you know, you have to be able to communicate your value. You've got to onboard people well, and you've got to get them to bring in more people, and you have to sell them stuff. And it's the same thing in the App Store, except it's a little bit different. You know, like dumb, obvious thing we should have done in our app, we didn't do it, is, you know, hey, you've been using it for a week and it looks like you're enjoying it. Go rate it in the App Store. Like, oh, well, that's a no-brainer. You know, but it's just different than like, oh, you made a great animation, post it to Facebook. Like, okay, we know how the web works. So there's stuff like that. It's just different.
So I'd say the kind of the secret to success on the iPad or the iPhone, everyone means it. Don't make things that suck. I mean, so start there. And you know, I say that sort of in jest, but you know, I was at a Apple developer meeting. Meetup. It was about 300 people, and you sort of ask the question, you know, how many people I can do this in this audience as well, how many people in the audience think that of the 200,000 apps in the App Store, at least half of them suck? 60%, 70%, 80%, 90%, 95%. So perfect. So that's actually the exact about the exact numbers that we got with the developer community as well. And so, yes, there's 200,000 whatever apps, doesn't matter. Don't worry about them. If you make your app good and you focus on your business, not the app, but the entire business, how you're going to make money as a business, not as an app. So most of the companies that come to us, they've thought about their business and what they want to be as a company and how the app fits into that strategy of their company, agnostic of Apple. They're trying to start either a fitness company, or they're trying to start a survey company, or they're in the education space. They're content producers. They're, whatever they're doing doesn't depend on Apple. And your success, if you measure your success not dependent to Apple, but use it as a tool for making your business successful, you're much more likely to do so.